Yeah, it was. They got the tackle 4 penalty, had a quick tap, got a real fast start, and got a try, Rob, and then they had some good momentum. We made a line break, threw it on the ground. They scored from a kick where we had a couple of people just didn't work hard enough in that play. Not as hard as they worked the week before. And then we never had. I think they were 17 sets at 100%, and we'd had the ball 4 times for a line break and a throw on the ground, and that obviously took a lot of juice out of us, I suppose. And then to come in at 18-8, 3 tries to 2. I thought we'd actually, considering what we weathered, I thought it was a pretty good effort to get to that stage. And then in the second half, we started the half with a tackle 5 penalty, a missed tackle on tackle 5. So they got a repeat set, and they just maintained that possession again on us, and we got a bloke put in the bin, which was understandable. And there the game was pretty much in a nutshell. So we didn't get our start to the game well enough. They contributed to that by their very, very good footy, and at the moment, I suppose we are a developing team. I suppose a younger team in a lot of ways, developing some combinations. But the biggest thing for us is our resilience in defence. I think they held us up, 4 or 5 times over the line, and we made plenty of line breaks and caused them plenty of trouble. And I know Bellack's been a bit critical of their performances lately, but they've had 3 tries scored against them the last 2 weeks, so their defence has still been outstanding. And I thought, from an offensive point of view, I thought we really, really stretched them a lot, but their ability to be able to, I suppose, scramble or hold you up as opposed to ours, that's a huge lesson for us. We need to get more resilience in that area, and when we do seem to defend very well, we seem to get enough points to win games.
Did you feel like you were kind of chasing your tails a little bit out
there? Yeah, it definitely did. I was guilty of a couple of ordinary kicks into the wind there to start, and wasn't the smartest start from us as a team, attacking wise. But the defence on the back of that was not up to the standard we want to play at. Too many. To their credit, they played well. They're coming off the back fence, but we leaked in too many soft tries. And to be honest, that sort of trend, soft tries, that was pretty much the trend of the night. We hung in there for periods and then leaked in some soft tries at the wrong times, which is too hard to chase points in.
You think in a way, Nathan, you were kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time?
Oh, look, there's no doubt, Rob. They've looked at some things, the Storm, and as I said, I know Bellack's been quite tough on them the last few weeks, but their effort and the way they defend, I think, ever since Bellack's been here, I don't think they've ever lacked in that area, have they? They're quite a remarkable defensive team, and obviously from an offensive point of view, they certainly got some things right tonight. They have got some very, very big men, and that weight of possession the first 25 minutes, and their ability to control the ball and control the field position and control the game was obviously credit to them, and that certainly played a part in the long-term result. We came here, obviously, the Storm were always up for games. They don't need to lose 2 in a row to be up for them. We knew they'd be up for them. They made a big change during the week with young Brody Croft getting a week off and bringing in Riley Jackson. They'd, like us, they'd have come here with some confidence. We came here with an expectation of ourselves to do well. We come off our best performance against Brisbane from a defensive point of view, and tonight, as I said, credit to them. They contributed to it a lot, but we could have been a little better ourselves in how we helped them get some of the possessions.
With the way you skip a play, did you sort of feel like if you were playing against another team that you might have won?
Oh, look, every time you look at a team in the competition with the spread of the talent from last year, with so many players moving clubs, every team's good for a different reason. I think we'd all acknowledge that the past 12, 14 years, I think the Storm have been the premier sporting club in Australia. I think they've played in 6 or 7 grand finals and been in the top 4 every year, apart from one where they ran 5th, I think. So, to come here and win, you need to have people playing well. We needed to have people playing well last week to beat Brisbane because, Wayne said himself it was Brisbane's best 80 minutes of the year and it was our best performance. And to come to Melbourne and win, you need to get a lot of parts of your game right. And, the early part of the game we just didn't get well enough, get right for long enough, and they were very, very good. And, I think if you'd said to Bellyache you're going to go 17 sets at 100% in the first 25 and the opposition going to have the ball 3 or 4 times and throw it on the ground on a line break, I reckon he would have took that and he would have thought, we'll be winning tonight. They'd say they're a very, very good football team, and we haven't been beaten by no monkeys, that's for sure.
Mitchell, how would you describe the progress of the team thus far?
Yeah, obviously coming into the games tonight, we came off the Broncos where we made big progress, especially in those areas that we want to improve on. And I wouldn't say it was a step back tonight, but it was definitely, as a performance it was, but I think it was a good chance for us now to go back to the drawing board and work on other parts of our game. There's areas we're improving on every week, and defence hasn't been the highlight in some games, especially our losses. So I think it's a good chance for us to go back and work on that during the week and keep evolving.
The attack does look, there's glimpses of line breaks and some punch there. It's just the last options perhaps with execution.
Yeah, Brownie's got us pretty well drilled with the ball, but footy games, you want to climb up the top of the ladder. It's your defence that gets you up there, and like Brownie said, last week the defence against a quality team was first class, and tonight not so much. Can't do anything about it now except go back to train this week and get ready for next week.
Is everyone okay?
We had a couple that had to hang on the field that were a bit busted. So how bad they are, hopefully they'll be right for next week. So I'm not sure if we had 1 or 2 hip pointers. So they'll be quite painful. But Kenny Seo in particular toughed it out for us, which was good. He hung out there in some difficult situation, which was good.
Mitchell and Ponga and Lachlan Fitzgibbon are getting a little combination going there, aren't they?
Yeah, look, there's certainly some good things happening there, Rob. Again, Caelan will come through tonight's game, and obviously there was a lot of things he done which a lot of people will highlight, which is obviously outstanding at, and there'll be some good lessons for him as well. He's already picked up 1 or 2 things where he'll get some good improvement out of, and Lockie Fitz. Lockie's a player that the level Lockie reaches, Lockie will decide. I've had this conversation with Lockie numbers of times in the past 18 months, and he's certainly making a lot more right decisions, and he's certainly causing opposition some troubles for sure.
Mitchell, what did you make of Riley Jackson's performance? Obviously a big week for him coming into a game like this.
Yeah, I thought he played well. I think he set up a try there off a short ball, and I thought he played really well.